Hello every pony, Dale over here. Warning, this video will contain pictures from Google that is not mine, and also it's going to contain my own personally opinion about what is going to happen in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. So without further ado, here we go. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. So today I wanted to talk about the notion about, like, we all think that Tempest's shadow is going to come back and become evil, find Sombra's horn and all of that. And I have been talking about it before, but what I actually feel is going to happen is actually that Queen Chrysalis is going to find Sombra's horn and try to recreate him, if you have seen Full Metal Alchemist, then like the recreation of their mother, maybe not that like harsh, but like I'm thinking like she will cast a spell and then like King Sombra will come back as the black horse that is famine, that is the one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And what is going to happen is like he will come back as famine, or he will come back as the pale horse of death. So yeah, one of those two I will have for King Sombra, and I think like that the black horse of famine would fit him really nicely, because like not only is he feeding out of like fear, and he has like overtaken the Crystal Empire before, where he had like enslaved them and stuff like that. I think like the black horse is something that really fits him. But what is going to happen when she recreates Sombra is like Queen Chrysalis herself actually becomes one of the 4 horsemen, and here I actually think like she would be really nice as the pale horse of death, because like she already feeds out of love. She is like really making a lot of stuff that has to, I'll not say like she has to do with death, but like she already has a connection to, like, she wants to kill like Starlight Glimmer, and she wants to like make the copies of she did make the copies of the Mean Six and stuff like that. So I do believe like there's way for her to become the pale horse. And also the fact that she's changeling, I think like that is what could actually make her into the pale horse. The only reason why I'm thinking like it could be the other way around, and like Sombra could be the pale horse and she could be the dark horse, is if like they make the pale horse into like bone or stuff like that. And I know like that's pretty dark for a children's show, but I think like that could be really interesting and really awesome to see like Sombra in this like pale horse of death coming for you. It'll be like, oh my jeez, that's not good. And her being the Queen Chrysalis, being the black horse of famine, that actually also fits her really nicely, with her, like, as I said, feeding out of love and never being like filled up, or how to say that, she will always be hungry for like revenge and stuff like that. So I'm thinking what is going to happen is Queen Chrysalis finds the horn. She recreates Sombra either to the black horse of famine or the pale horse of death, and then she becomes herself the black horse of famine or the pale horse of death. So, and when King Sombra comes back, he will be like, we need to find somebody that is worthy of my horn. And therein comes Tempest. And I have looked at this picture online, and I was just like, she looks so much like the red horse of war, so it's not even funny. So I was just like, oh my god, like that makes so much sense. Like they will like team together and like find Tempest and like forcefully put the horn on her, or make a spell or something, so she becomes the red horse of war. I know like Tempest is not red, she's more like purplish, but again, this picture was just like enough for me to be convinced that she would be one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. And the last one I think is going to be the white horse, is actually Celestia. The white horse represents also death and conquest and victory. So like that's a little like sounding like Celestia a lot with the yeah, the conquest and stuff like that. And it also says like it has connections to the Holy Spirit, and sometimes it represents the plague. And I actually think like that could be really interesting. But I really feel like the four horsemen idea would actually be really a good representation for children, so that they could see what is going to happen if you like succumb to the most like yeah, how to say that, the highest of high. Yeah, I don't know how to explain this, but like I just feel like that could be really nice. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I had this idea for a long time, and like I think like Queen Chrysalis actually has the ability to make evil copies of like Celestia, or like make a recreation of Daybreaker, so she could be the last white horse of like it says here last judgment, or like the Christ or the Antichrist, or how to say that. So like I don't know. I just feel like that could be a really good symbolism for them. Yeah. It also says a lot. I'll put like all of the Wikipedia and stuff like in the comments down below, so you can see what I'm talking about. Like I just feel like it really fits together, but it could also be like Queen Chrysalis finds Sombra's horn, or she tries first to make evil copies of Celestia and Luna, and then those four will become the four horsemen of the apocalypse. So like Luna can be the black horse, or she could actually become the pale horse of death. Now like that could be really sad, and something like that's like an eye opener for like children and also adults. Like I think like we need more episodes where we take upon like the big questions in life, for example like the four horsemen of the apocalypse or the seven deadly sins, and we actually talk about it and we like get it out there, because like I don't think like this show have been talking about that much of those four stuff, like being all like in your head filled with like you want to have victory, or you want to be like one of the four horsemen. Like I do really feel like we in the real world could have a connection to like, I'll not say a connection to the four horsemen, but like I think in the future there's going to be like this really great stand down with like Queen Chrysalis and maybe the true princesses or Tempest, and of course Sombra will come back. So I don't know if you guys like this idea, but I have been like thinking about it a lot, and I actually think like this makes more sense than the seven deadly sins idea that I have. But Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and your loved ones. And sorry if I was just like rambling on in this video, but I had this idea for a long time, as I said, and I've been talking about it before. So yeah, again, let me know what you think down below, and that's it. Yeah, okay, bye.